So that shiny new game just came out, Arc Raiders, and you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game for some first impressions. Keep in mind this is not a full review, this is a quick look at the game. I played this game for just under 3 hours, and it's better than I thought it would be. By all accounts, this is a good game, and people seem to like it. It has good reviews, and as I type this, there's over 200,000 people on Steam playing the game. Now, why I said it's better than I thought it would be is because I don't play extraction shooters. It's just not something I'm really into. After playing this though, I do like it more than I thought I would, but it's still not my preference. To begin the game, you'll make a display name, and then there's a brief cutscene after that. All scenes in this game are very brief, as the story isn't the focus, but let me just summarize the very first scene. There's something called Arc, and it threatens any settlement on the surface, so everybody lives underground. They need supplies from the surface though, so they send out people to get them, and those people are called Raiders. So you can see the name of the game right there, Arc Raiders. Simple. Arc, as far as I can tell, is a bunch of different kinds of robots. You'll start off in a little tutorial-like mission, and it's very short. I spent that time going over the controls. You can crouch, run, jump, dodge, and climb some short obstacles. You do have a flashlight that you can use in the game, but I tended to keep that off. Then you have an inventory, which does have limited space and also limited carry capacity, and both of those things were constantly an issue for me when I played. I was either always full, or I had too much weight, so I had to drop some items. It's very easy to fill up on supplies rather quickly. Besides the inventory, you have an emote wheel that you can use for other people, but I never did that as everyone always shot first, including me. You can carry 2 weapons, some quick use items, and an augment. The quick use items are things like grenades or healing items, and augments affect your whole setup. I had a combat augment and a looting augment that I could choose from. The looting one had more inventory space and more carry weight, but you're locked to a light shield. The combat augment lets you use stronger shields, but you have less inventory space and less quick use slots. There's 2 different ways to loot in this game. First, you have the regular search, and then you have the breach search. The regular search is pretty loud, but the breach one is way louder. This is something that you'll need to take into account when playing the game, as you're looting with other online players doing the same thing, and you can draw their attention if you're too loud. On the bottom left of the screen is your shield and health meter. You can recharge your shield using a quick use item for that, and same thing with your health. The shield is the blue bar, the health white. Once the tutorial is done, you can create a character, but it's pretty limited on the customization. Now, this home base area has a few things of note in it. You'll be here before and after every single mission that you go on. First, there's the traders. You can spend money to buy items from them. You'll earn money by playing and selling items that you loot. There's 5 different traders, all selling different things, such as healing items, crafting items, and weapons. The traders also give you little mini missions sometimes. For example, one of them was get 6 wires and 1 battery, and then the trader who gave you that mission will reward you. Then you have a skill tree. It's not huge, but it does take a lot of points, and you get points by leveling up. I won't read all of them, but 2 of the skills that I got made breaching quieter when looting, and one that made me faster when crouching. Then there's the inventory, your main inventory that is. I'm not talking about your backpack inventory in game. For your main inventory, every item that you loot when in game will go here when you extract. If you die though, you will not take anything back, and you'll actually lose every single item that you had on you. When you're in game though, there is 1 slot that you can use for items to keep safe, even if you die, but it's just 1 slot, and as far as I can tell, you can't put weapons in there either. The main inventory does have a size limit, but I did upgrade mine twice so far by spending money on it that I earned from selling items that I looted. When you start a game, you'll choose your loadout from the items in your inventory, and I tended to stick with the essentials, so if I died, I didn't lose too much. For example, I found a medium shield, but I didn't want to use that shield and potentially lose it, so I stuck with the more common light shield. I always played it pretty safe. The items in your inventory can be equipped or sold or recycled. You can only recycle more complex items though, and then they'll give you different crafting materials. You can recycle items mid-game too. If you happen to die and lose every single item that you have, you can use the free loadout option when starting a game, but it's pretty much empty, so that kinda sucks. I'm not sure if you can do this with other items, but I know for sure that when you're in your main inventory, you can upgrade your weapons. That does cost specific crafting items though. Let's talk about the game's currency. The silver currency is the main currency. You'll get that for playing and for selling items. The blue currency is specifically for the raider decks, which is just miscellaneous cosmetic items. You can earn this currency by doing the missions specifically for raider decks. You don't earn a lot of this currency though. I think that collecting all of these raider deck cosmetics would take a little while. Then there's the gold currency. That's the premium one. You can buy entire cosmetic packs outright with this one, but you need to buy that with real money. There's also something called Expedition in the menu, but I need to be level 20 for that, so I'm not quite sure what that is. Now let's talk about the workshop. This will probably be the most used area for you, or one of the most. First off, in here there is a rooster. I have no idea why, but every single time that you leave on a mission, then this rooster will also go out and look for items. So when you get back from your game, you'll also have free items from the rooster. It's kind of weird, but it's free, so that's nice. Then you have the workbench, and here you can spend your crafting items to make more useful items, like augments, guns, bandages, and so on. You'll also find blueprints in the game, and if you extract with it, then you'll have another item that you can craft. I ended up making a couple attachments for my gun here in the workbench. You can also add more stations here in the workshop besides the default workbench, but those also need specific crafting materials to make. There's 5 maps plus a practice mode. The Dam Battlegrounds is the default map, and that's the only one that you can play to begin with. If you want to play the Spaceport map, for example, you'll need 12 matches played total to unlock that one. If you want to play the Blue Gate map, you'll need to play 18 matches. For my 3 hours, I played 5 matches at the dam and 1 at the Buried City. There is a variation to each map though. Sometimes a night raid will appear. Those are harder than the regular matches, but it also has better loot. The single match that I played at Buried City just so happened to be a night raid. You can either play this game by yourself, let the game fill your squad with randoms, or play with your friends. I played solo every single time. You'll create a loadout and then load in. Every time that you load in, you're standing somewhere random at the edge of the map. I believe each game is 30 minutes long, but I'm not quite sure because almost every game I played was mid-game when I joined. I know that because some items were already looted when I spawned in, and also there's a timer on your screen. I usually joined somewhere in the 20s, but the lowest I saw was 18 minutes. Because I usually joined between like 21 and 28 minutes, that makes me assume the match is 30 minutes long. Each map has a few key locations for loot, but there's also random areas. There are robots all around the map that will attack you if they see you, and let me tell you, those suckers are pretty accurate and relentless. The key looting areas on the map have more robots and harder robots, but when you're just walking around, there's only a few here and there. The robots are actually really accurate. Dodging and running only helps a little bit. What you want to do is kill them either fast or use actual cover. I've only fought the flying ones. I haven't faced the bigger walking ones, as when I saw those, I immediately avoided them. I did face a couple smaller ones though. They were little spider robots that jumped at you, and then also a rolling ball that explodes at you. I primarily fought the flying drones and then other players. I tried to avoid all conflict as much as possible because I'm a scaredy cat and I didn't want to draw on other players and I didn't want to lose my loot. I played a bit nervous, honestly. Out of the 6 games that I played, I extracted from 4 of them. I did face other players though in every single game but the first one. The first game I didn't see anybody and I wasn't paying attention to the timer. I didn't know what was going on and then I exploded. Let's not talk about that one anymore. The other time that I failed to extract, a player killed me right at the extract area. I almost made it out. Once you're done looting, you can extract from any available extract point. You know what? Actually, you could even spawn in and extract immediately if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, but you could. You don't need to stay for the whole time, but the longer you stay, the more dangerous it gets. Because the extract points start to close, and they all have various timers on them, but those are the normal extract locations. There's also other extract locations, but those require specific keys, which I believe can be found from looting, but I never found one when looting. I did, however, find one from someone I killed, so I did get to extract that way once, and it's much safer and much faster. When you extract at the public areas, it's loud, it takes a while, and there's a good chance other people will show up. The game's core is pretty simple. Spawn in, loot, kill robots and enemy players, and then extract. You'll start to slowly rank up, earning more skills that you can unlock in the skill tree, and you'll start collecting more and more crafting supplies, which will then let you craft more items, upgrade your gear, and make new workshop stations. The hard part about this game is deciding what gear that you want to take with you. Should you take the good gun that you have, the stronger shield? What if you die and lose your good gear? Then you're going to need to start over remaking all those items or getting lucky and finding them. I can see why this kind of game is popular. It can be fun and is addicting in its own way. The main reason I don't play these extraction games is because I just really hate losing my items. I get attached to them and then it just pains me to lose the items that I spent time crafting or upgrading. I think this is a good game in this genre though, and I even liked it a bit myself. The performance for this game is actually really good. It was smooth for me and it played great. The game also looks good graphically, so it's basically good all around. I did have one issue though, and that was the game's servers. I'm unsure if it was on my end or the game, but in 3 of the 6 games that I played, I was having connection issues. 2 of the games was mostly fine, but the game would freeze for a second here and there, and my mouse input would stop. That would be the connection failing briefly. It makes it annoying because I'd be playing and then no input and then I'm staring at the sky, or I'm playing and then no input and then I'm facing the opposite direction all of a sudden. The other game that had this issue was also that same way, but it also had a massive lag spike, and I was rubber banding for like 15 seconds and had weird graphical issues. That was a pretty bad one. The other 3 games that I played had no connection issues whatsoever. Most of the time the connection was fine, even on the games that had issues, but that's definitely an area for improvement. My favorite part of this game is actually killing other players. Not even for their loot, I just like the battle. Most of my kills though was me just walking around and then I heard someone nearby, so I either waited for them or snuck up to them. It is rather satisfying, and a big flare would shoot into the sky when you kill someone, so everyone will know that someone died there. All in all, this is a good game, even if it's not quite my type. If you're into extraction shooters, then I'm almost positive that you're gonna like this game. So I can recommend this game for those who are interested, though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.